My name is Nic Roest, Head of Cement and Consultancy from Semmtech. We're based in the Netherlands and we participated in the VCON pre-commercial procurement project, which is about data exchange for the national road authorities in Europe. And launched by the national road authorities Rijkswaterstaat en Trafikverket from the Netherlands and Sweden. So it's the construction of roads and bridges and tunnels or railroads. And there's a lot of parties involved that design those roads. And all the construction companies, the engineering companies generate a lot of information on how does a bridge look like, what are the forces involved for bridges, where is it located, how can we make sure the traffic flows directly onto the bridge via a ramp or via... So there's a lot of information going on and that needs to be stored in some way virtually. So not a contractor storing all the information in its own application, but handing it over to the principal, the national road authorities, that they have actually access to that information because they want to give it to some other party, creating the traffic lights for a road, or a third party making sure all the traffic signals are in place for when there's accidents going on. So all that information needs to be shared, needs to be available to all parties. The challenge they gave us is, okay, make sure that the information being exchanged is not dependent on the application. So there's a lot of big suppliers in the software industry that work on these type of projects, but the issue with the information is it's related to the application of those software vendors. And the challenge is how can we make sure the information is taken out of those applications and shareable, easily shareable for all parties involved. So the benefit is on the one hand efficiency, on the one hand quality. Those are typical data exchange benefits. But I think the most important one is the risk of vendor lock-in. Having your data available, irrelevant of the application, having generated it. The innovation is about more efficient and more qualitative data exchange. We made a linked data room. It's a hub for information coming from contractors, parties who build bridges and roads, engineering companies, parties who assist the principals in that. And the information is to be handed over to the asset management organizations of the national road authorities. And that's a rather tough job because there's lots of documents involved, lots of database data involved. And the application or the platform being created is used to receive all information, irrelevant, doesn't matter what application creates that data. It's actually storing information in linked data, which is internet technology, but then not like we have XML in documents, but we store all pieces of information like a database, but then virtually. So it's not one database storing all the information, it's actually a sort of virtual cloud, it's cloud-based, where all the pieces of information are stored making use of internet technology, giving all parties the opportunity to store their information directly from their own applications. And the cloud, the internet technology, makes sure it's all combined and merged as one big whole. And the linked data room concept makes sure that the whole is still identified as all the information relevant for a project. The reason that we entered this PCP was, one, we already worked on the technology, the innovation. So for us it was part of our strategy already. When we noticed this was on the market, we directly checked our partner Arcadis and can we work together on applying for procurement like this. And they give the credibility on bigger organizations and we could drive the innovation. The product itself is not commercial yet. Different technology parts. We do already work with different parties on really selling it and using it in projects. And in doing that, we really had to grow our company from, I think when we started the project, 5 to 8 people, already 20. And as a result of this project, we even think to grow to 40, 50 people in a couple of years, being invested by our own. If there's external parties wanting more, then we may even have to grow faster. Because the need is there. That the proof of the PCP project is there's a real need for these types of solutions. For us, the main benefit is really working on a big project that you're taken serious because you are asked for the innovation. If it's a regular procurement process, you're not taken serious because on the procurement part, smaller companies quite often do not pass the legal and the financial aspects. And I think the PCP part, that's especially for smaller companies, the opportunity to really show they have depth, they can really solve something. For sure, we will do it again.